Hello YouTubers, this is a private citizen, and today I'm going to go over adding calcite, acid neutralizer, this is called, to a what's called Cullneu system by Culligan. Here's the brochure that came with mine, and I do have it's called the Cullneu. I believe it's the 10-inch diameter. And here is, I don't know if you can see it, that's the calcite that I purchased from a local plumbing supply store. So first thing you need to do is get the pressure off of the unit, water pressure that is. So you want to shut down the water supply or close the valve, before getting to the water neutralizer, acid neutralizer. And then if you also have a valve on the other side, you want to hit that valve as well. And then what you want to do is close the valve actually on the unit, so that once you turn the water back on to your house, it will flow past. So this is the bypass valve. So you want to actually close the bypass valve so the water will bypass the unit. So once you do that, that'll help relieve the pressure. If you want to, there's 2 pins, one on this side, one on the other, that you can remove if you want, and that will allow you to pull the can away, but I don't think you have to. You also want to remove power to the unit, which I did do. I'm just removing a connector here, wire connector. I just disconnected it there. You can see that. Okay. So some of the directions say to take the whole head unit off, but if you remove the Culligan symbol, you can see the plug right there, right? And so for the plug, there's a little like indicators to show that it's currently lined up. You want to rotate it to the left. And if this is really hard to do, it's probably because there's still pressure in the tank. But it's pretty easy to do by hand once the pressure's off. So you want to rotate it. So now the 2 handhold pieces, the pieces of the plug that you can use to get a grip, are vertical. And then the piece kind of comes to you. Let me see if I can get that. Two. It's funny because I did this a couple of times before, and it worked fine. So you just want to put something behind there to help pull it out towards you. Okay, let me do it again. All right, so here's the plug. And so to remove the plug, what you want to do is turn to the left and then pull the plug towards you. Hello YouTubers, this is Private Citizen, and today I'm going to go over adding neutralizer, the calcite, to a Culligan branded water acid neutralizer, I think it's called. It's called a Cullneu. Here is the manual that came with it. You can see this is the brand that I have. So what you need to do first is you want to relieve the pressure on the unit. So you want to, if you have shut-off valves, cut off the water flow going in, and then again cut off the water flow going out to the rest of the house. And then here's the bypass valve. You want to push the bypass valve in so that the water will bypass the unit, and then it's optional if you want to release the 2 pins to pull the unit out away from the connector. But I don't think you have to do that. But once you have the bypass valve in, it should help relieve the pressure. And then some manuals I've seen online say to remove the head unit. You can unscrew it under here and then take it off. But for me, I wanted to see if there was a plug. So I removed the Culligan sign, and there is a plug behind here. And I don't know if you can see, but there's two like pointers that's almost vertical, and it's looks like it's lined up with the outside edges. So what I want to do is turn the plug counterclockwise, and you should be able to turn it with your hand. Once the pressure is released, you can turn it with your hand pretty easily. And then the plug comes out towards you, and that might be kind of hard. So what I do is I just put a little screwdriver behind there, just to wiggle it a little bit. And then it comes out the rest of the way. There's the plug. Now I already took this out before, so you don't see the water like gushing out, but when you do that, you'll see the water pouring out. The next thing you want to do is you want to remove a few gallons of water to make space for the calcite. So I'm putting a hose in. I'm going to suction this baby out. So while that's draining, I guess we can kind of go over how I knew that I needed more calcite. The calcite was low. So I don't know if you can see, I want to try this with the lights on. But as I hold the flashlight to the side of the container, you can see that the calcite is right about here. It would be easier to see in the dark. As you can see, there's nothing here, here. Anyway, that's how I did it. Also, you can use a tape measure if you want to see. Put the tape measure down until it reaches it. But for me, I can just, like I said, use the light, and I can see right where the level is. Let me try turning the light off to see if that'll do it too. Stand by. Okay, so with the light on, you see the reflection in the tank? Then you can see right there is where the level is. All the rest is clear all the way up. So that's how I know that it's low. Okay. I hope that comes out. Okay, so I filled the bucket with water. As you can see, I took the hose out of the unit. Now I'm going to put in the filter. I mean, not the filter, the funnel. And I have an empty container of deluxe mixed nuts with sea salt from Sam's Club. I'm going to use that to put the calcite in. Here you can see it has like a grayish look to it, if you were wondering. This is going to be kind of slow. Let me see, I have another funnel here. Let me try this. I mean, the hole in the unit is big enough. It's just I don't have the right funnel. All right, let me see if I can work something else out, because this is going to take all day doing it this way. Let me see if I can maybe bend the funnel a little more. Yeah, again, so let me stress that having the right funnel is key. So let me see if I can work something else out, and I will get back to you. So this is what I came up with so far. I have a funnel and another funnel inside that just to hold it, far enough so that I can pour this in. only because I'm too lazy to go to the store and get the right type of funnel. Yeah, this is not ideal. Okay, so I did improvise. I took some colored paper, like craft paper, and I just twirled it and made a funnel, put some tape on it to hold it together, and taped it to the top of the unit, as you see. So that seems to work pretty good. So I can fill it rather quickly. And as soon as I get the bag low enough, I can do the rest by hand. So, okay. So I'm gonna pause it here until I'm ready to check the level. All right. Okay, so I almost have the full bag in here. I wind up cutting it down so it's easier to pour. Let's see. I guess you can see. Ooh, that's really messy. Let's do it like that. Okay. Now I think I'll just pour it into this container. Okay. That way I kind of have a free hand. And so this filter is not without its faults. So as you can see, it started to unfold around itself. So that's a little bit of an issue too. So again, having the right funnel saves you lots of time. Let me see if I can do this again. Okay, and this time I'll put some tape on the inside to hopefully keep that from popping up. So again, if you didn't hear me the first 3 times, I'll say it again, having the right funnel is ideal. But this did work in a pinch, and it is free. So. Okay, flashlight test. Let me turn on. Okay, so I did the flashlight test, and it's just at the blue tape, and I have a little bit left, so I'm just going to finish pouring it in. Okay, all done. Remove the funnel. Okay, I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. Try to get all the calcite off of the out of the opening, so I don't have any issues with closing it. Just trying to make sure that, you know, I don't drop any paper in there, paper towel or anything. Okay. So I think that's where I want to be. I might be an inch over, but I didn't really shake this too much, so I don't know how low it is. Let's see. So you can see the light there. You don't really see the light. I'll try turning out the lights again. Hold on. All right, I don't know if you can see this, but you can see how you can't see through, you can't see through. And now you can see through. So you can see the ribs, the lines in the tank. So to me, that means we're right at the level we want to be, maybe slightly over. All right. Okay. Now I can turn the light back on. Okay, just for the heck of it, I'll put the tape measure in. Now I can't hold the tape measure totally vertical, but I'll do the best that I can. So I'm hitting it right there, and that is saying at an angle I'm at 23. So that could be about 21. All right, that's it. So I'm just going to clean this up. Put a little lubricant on the O-rings. Wash this off. Put a little lubricant on the O-rings. Wash this off. Reinsert it. And then what you want to do is you want to put it in the regen before putting it back into service. I mean, when you do put it in regen, you are going to have to open up the bypass valve. But if you want, you can keep the water flow to the rest of the house off if you have a separate valve to keep that off. I think that's up to you. That was one 50-pound bag. And hopefully everything will be fine and my pH will go back to normal. And when I put water in the fish tank, it'll be happier. All right, thanks for watching.